Discussion of the femoral artery. Femoral artery, it is a chief artery of the lower limb. It is the continuation of the external iliac artery below to the inguinal ligaments. It is the mid-inguinal point. Mid-inguinal point, it is the anterior superior iliac spine to the pubic symphysis. The midpoint, it is called the mid-inguinal point. While the midpoint of the inguinal ligament, it is the anterior superior iliac spine to the pubic tubercle. It is the midpoint of the inguinal ligament. While the mid-inguinal point, it is the anterior superior iliac spine to the pubic symphysis. In between there is a point, it is called the mid-inguinal point. So, femoral artery, which is the continuation of the external iliac artery below to the inguinal ligament, and it end at the hiatus magnus. Normally, it is situated into the upper 2/3 and lower 1/3 of the thigh junction, and it continues as a. Here you can see this is a continues as a popliteal artery, and it goes posteriorly, and it is inside the popliteal fossa. It becomes popliteal artery. The femoral artery anterelation, which is skin, superficial fascia, deep fascia, and it is also called the fascia lata. And the laterally it is related with the femoral nerve. Here you can see this is laterally it is related with the femoral nerve. Medially it is related with the femoral veins inside the femoral triangle. And floor, which is mainly formed by the pectineus. This is the pectineus and psoas major muscles. It is a floor which is formed by the pectineus and psoas major muscles, laterally by the femoral nerve, medially by the femoral veins, and inside the femoral triangle, femoral artery lies lateral to the femoral vein. But inside the adductor canal, the artery which is crosses from lateral to medial sides at the apex of the femoral triangle. So this is the apex of the femoral triangle. At this level, the artery which is crosses from lateral to medial side, and inside the adductor canal it lies medially as to the femoral veins. So the branches of the femoral artery, three superficial branches. This is the superficial circumflex iliac artery, which goes toward the anterior superior iliac spine. This is the superficial epigastric. It is the second branch which goes towards the umbilicus, and it supplies to the infraumbilical part of the abdominal wall. Third one is the superficial external pudendal, which goes towards the genital organs, and it supplies to the external genital organs. Third one is the fourth one is the deep external pudendal. This is the deep external pudendal artery, and it is also supplies to the external genitals of the external genitals of the. And the muscular branches, there are numerous muscular branches, but here you can see these are the muscular branches. So many 2 to 3 muscular branches which is already cut, and it supplies to the muscles of the thigh. And the largest branch of the femoral artery, here you can see this is the profunda femoris artery. This is the profunda femoris artery, and profunda femoris artery which gives the branches, first branches on the lateral aspect. This is the lateral circumflex femoral artery. This is the lateral circumflex femoral artery, and it divides into the ascending, transverse, and descending branches. This one is the continuation of the profunda femoris artery. Here you can see this is the continuation of the profunda femoris artery. And this continuation of the profunda femoris artery, this is a continuation of the profunda femoris artery. It gives the 4 perforating branches. One above to, this is the above to the adductor brevis. It is the first perforating branch. Below to the behind to the adductor brevis, and third one is the below to the adductor brevis, and it becomes continuous as a. This is a continuation of the inside the thigh into the lower part. On the posterior compartment of the thigh, it makes the Charcot anastomosis. And here on the medial aspect, this is the medial circumflex femoral artery. This medial circumflex femoral artery passes between the psoas and pectineus, and then pectineus and adductor longus and adductor brevis. Here you can see this is the deep to the pectineus muscles. You can see this is the artery. It is a continuation of the medial circumflex femoral artery, and this medial circumflex femoral artery gives the transverse branch and descending branch, and it makes the cruciate anastomosis and Charcot anastomosis. Is take into the part of the Charcot and cruciate anastomosis. So the branches of the femoral artery, it is a continuation of the external iliac artery just below to the mid-inguinal point, below to the inguinal ligament, and lateral to the femoral vein and medial to the femoral nerve. Superficially it is related with the skin, superficial fascia, and deep fascia it is also called the fascia lata. This one is the fascia lata we have got already. And it continues through the adductor hiatus. There is a gap inside the adductor magnus muscles, and it is adductor hiatus. It continues as a popliteal artery. It gives the 3 superficial branches, 3 deep branches. Superficial are the superficial circumflex iliac, superficial epigastric, superficial external pudendal. Deep are the deep external pudendal. Largest branch, it is the profunda femoris artery. Profunda femoris gives the lateral circumflex. It becomes continuous downwards inside the femoral triangle, and it also gives the medial circumflex femoral artery. This is the medial circumflex femoral artery. And the muscular branches of the femoral artery inside the femoral triangle. So this one is the muscular branches of the femoral triangle. Numerous muscular branches, smaller, but it was cut in this dissection. And this is about to the femoral artery. Femoral artery most commonly used for the coronary bypass, coronary angioplasty, as well as it is commonly used for the preservation of the body. It is the embalming femoral artery which is palpated at the mid-inguinal point, and there is a feeble pulsation whenever there is aorta which is blocked inside the abdominal aorta which is blocked. At that time there is a low pressure inside the femoral artery but high pressure inside the axillary artery inside the upper limb. So this is about to the femoral artery. Sometimes there is a dilatation of the femoral artery. It is called the femoral aneurysm. Sometimes there is a atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, which will happen inside the femoral artery.